I'm trying to show you the awards that I've won. Put them under the bed. This made me sweat. Wait a second. Just wait a second. I tried to find them under the bed somewhere. I hated that job. I hated it. Don't get me wrong. I am so grateful. But I cannot express to you the level of sickness I felt leaving my house to go to that work, driving. Listen, I have to be grateful. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for those jobs. I have to be grateful. So in this video, I'm gonna tell you the full unfiltered version of how I ended up in Dubai, how I ended up leaving my job, how I ended up starting a business, how life changed for me. Blessings happened in a matter of not a short time, I think maybe 4 years, 5. It all started when I actually started working back in Morocco, and I started getting a monthly salary. It was then when my life started changing. When you touch that money for the first time, when you come where I come from, you just never stop. You just want some more, and you want some more, and you want some more. It's like when you smell that first hard sweat earned money. Yep. So I'm going to tell you all about it, and I'm also going to explain to you how I built my business on Amazon FBA, from finding the product all the way to actually doing the trademark and launching the product on Amazon and finalizing the listing and making sales. And I'm also going to tell you the one mistake I made that hurt my business and that I am still trying to recover from it, so that you don't make the same mistake. So if you're thinking about leaving your job and starting something of your own, or you just need to see that it's possible without coming from a rich family or without a safety net, I made this one for you. Hello and welcome. I literally just saw like some comments, one comment. It made me so happy. Yeah, all right, let's jump right in. So I had just won another award. My manager was proud. Everyone was clapping. At that moment, I realized I want to get the heck out of here. I'll do anything to leave. And it wasn't the job. I'm fine with the job. It wasn't the people I met. They're one of the best people that I know. They're my friends. Going to that company every single day felt like I was trapped like a mouse. So I grew up in a small city in Morocco called Souchi. We weren't rich, but we were not broken. We had each other. We had our family values. My parents did everything they can for us. And I had my aunties too. They are like my mothers. They helped me a lot throughout my life. When I was a little girl, I still remember crying. And I'll always remember it for the rest of my life, crying because I couldn't have things. And I believe this is why I buy a lot of, like now, maybe bags, clothes, perfumes. Because when I was a little girl, I would see other people having access to some small things affordable that I couldn't, and that wouldn't make me jealous. I wouldn't look at the other person with the evil eye or something. I would just have something inside of me saying, I know I deserve to have those things, and what can I do so that I can have them? I need money. How can I make money? From a very young age, I knew that I needed to make money and that I was gonna make money. I knew it. I did get bullied in high school as well, which led to a fighting phase. And yeah, somehow that led my mother to take me to the gym for the first time as a teenager. That helped me a lot, because every single time something fell apart in my life, whether it's stress or heartbreak or pressure, gym was there. It saved me more times than I can count. And it's also where I met my husband, but that's a story for another video. I studied hard because university was the only thing that I could do to save me, to get me the heck out of the situation that I'm in. And I graduated as an aeronautical embedded systems engineer. I know, very fancy. But of course, me, looking for where the money is, I switched into sales. And I switched into business management, and that's where I got the first opportunity, and I started working my first corporate job at Dell Technologies. And then Dubai. Moving to Dubai, biggest blessing of my life. I got a job at an amazing company with amazing people, and I was good at it. But here's the thing that nobody tells you about being an ambitious person inside someone else's company. At a certain point, the ceiling stops feeling like a ceiling. It feels like a trap, like a prison, like a beautiful, shiny, purple, pink prison that you go to with your own car with your own feet every single day. Yep. Anyway, the way the business came for me was seeing how going to the gym and prioritizing myself and focusing on my beauty and on my mental well-being as well as my physical well-being would help me be happier and go back to who I really am. Because when I'm filled with acne and fat and unhappy, that is not me. The real me is who I am today. And the idea of helping women go back to who they truly are was just so inspiring and so motivating for me. On the other side, I love business, I love sales, and I love money. I love money. And I also like gold. And that's the idea behind the business that I started, literally. So let me walk you quickly through what I did, because I don't want to make this video long for you. But if you're interested in any specific part of the workflow, you want a detailed step-by-step guide on how to do, let me know and I will create that for you. I saved up some money. We need to have a capital. Paid a lot of money just to have that mentor to walk me and to help me with the stage of building my business while I was still at my job. So I did Amazon FBA. For those who don't know, it means fulfilled by Amazon. So you handle finding the right product, sourcing it, shipping it, listing it, promoting it. Amazon handles the back end, the heavy lifting, the operational parts of fulfillment, storage, and customer service. And I started 2 phases at the same time. The first phase was finding a winning product, and the second phase was the legal part, creating a company, because I wanted this to be a real business and a real company, and I wanted to protect myself from any fines or any problems. And either ways, Amazon wouldn't let you have a seller account with a brand identity if you don't have an actual company with a TRN. So I created a company here in Dubai, and I created a trade license in the USA because that was the market that I targeted. And I started looking for a product first on Amazon that is selling and doesn't have much competition, aka the highest seller of that product has less than 500 reviews. Because you don't want to put a product, someone has 5,000 reviews, no one will go buy from you. They will all go buy from the person who has 5,000 reviews. You need to at least have 50% of the number of reviews that the seller with the highest reviews has in order to have chances to sell as a new account. That is something that a lot of gurus gatekeep out there, and I paid tons of money to have that information, and I'm sharing it with you. Anyway, if you want more of that again, let me know and I'll make a dedicated video about it. This might sound complicated and hard, but in reality it isn't. If I can do it, so can you. Step 2 is finding a supplier. So I went to China. Not in person, digitally. I went to Alibaba, where everybody gets their products, and I tried to find a good supplier. And yes, you can find a good supplier in Alibaba with the right settings that I can show you if you're interested. And then a lot of negotiation. It's a volume game, so you need to talk to a lot of people and it takes time. It's your own money on the line, so you need to find the best deal out there and you need to learn how to negotiate with the supplier. I remember in order to speak with the supplier, I created PDFs and spreadsheets that explain my exact requirement with the pictures for the product, everything, in order to avoid the back and forth. There was a lot of back and forth. Step 3, logistics. I worked with a third party for the logistics part. Why? Because shipping the product from China to USA is not as small deal as it sounds. There's customs, there's certifications, there's patterns, there's paperwork, and your 500 units or 1,000 units can be blocked in the middle of all of that if you don't do things right. So I needed an expert who knows how to handle problems so that I wouldn't have to pay fines or I wouldn't have to deal with any problem. And then step 4, you build your listing the right way. And here is what I used AI for the listing pictures that I put on Amazon, for the A+ content, for the Amazon store that I put. Here is what I discovered AI and the benefits of AI in content creation. Oh, the mistake that I made until now, from finding the right product all the way to managing to have the listing in your Amazon, it's all knowledge that you need to have. I did everything the right way because I got a mentor and I paid a lot of money for it. The mistake that I made was something that my mentor didn't even know. The mistake I made was that I focused on the product and the operational part that I was learning to do it the absolute right way, and I completely ignored building an audience, which is what builds the brand eventually. I thought, okay, the product is good, the ads work, that's all I need. For Amazon, it has its own traffic. And for a while, it kind of was. But paid ads is like rented attention. The moment you stop paying, that's it. It's like you slowly stop existing. Especially new account, new product, new listing with small number of reviews compared to the other listings and other sellers. So I was 100% dependent on paid ads. So if ads slow down or the algorithm changes or the costs go up, you have no fallback, no community, no people who know your name or your brand's name, or no people who actually know you and pay attention to you. So basically I built a business and I built a brand with no audience, because I'm the type of person who always stayed and shied away from social media. And it's what pushed me to be here right now and start this YouTube channel. I decided if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna go all in. I didn't even know how to create an Instagram account. I never posted it. I didn't even know how to post. So this channel and the Instagram accounts and the TikTok accounts that I've created are me trying to fix this mistake real time, and fixing this mistake in public slowly but surely and steadily. Don't make my mistake. Go create that Instagram account, go create that TikTok account, go create that YouTube account, and put yourself out there. It will bring you opportunities one day. I'm delusional enough to believe in that. When you don't come from family money and your path is study hard, get a job, be grateful, don't risk, starting that business idea feels like betrayal. Like you're being ungrateful, like you're throwing away that very thing that your parents sacrificed for. My parents worked so hard for me to have stability, and I threw away that stability. But I've learned so much, and the scarier than actually leaving that job is actually staying and convincing yourself that you are not capable of anything more. But I also want to be honest with you, I did not leave my job without a plan. I actually started building my business while I was in my job. I was working on the branding while I was in my job. I bought the product, and the product was shipping while I was in my job. I didn't leave my job until the listing was there, and that's it. I was gonna start making a revenue from my e-commerce business. And I also saved an amount of money for me and for my family and for my expenses that would cover me for a good period of time. So that's what I want to tell you if you're thinking about quitting your job. First of all, plan the next move. If you're gonna start your business, start working on your business 6 months, 9 months before you quit your job. Get that business up and running, then quit your job, and also simultaneously save money to cover for a long period of time, just in case, as a plan B if plan A doesn't work out. So if you watched this far, I feel like you get it. You know what it's like to want something so big. You know what it's like to be the person in your family who does things different. You know what it's like to bet on yourself when no one handed you a head start, except God, except Allah. So this channel is for you. I'm going to be posting every single week, showing you the journey, what's working, what's not, how I'm growing a business and how I'm growing a community from zero. So tune in and see you in the next one. Bye.